What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about a potential photo mode update coming to Stellar Blade. There's been a little news on the game in the last couple days. Wanted to kind of throw it all together in a video, and so let's start with the photo mode. This comes from GameTOC.co, and I had to translate it, of course, into English, but they do, I would say, throw in a couple interesting points in this article. I don't know if they are the source themselves, but they even talk about a little bit of sales towards the bottom of it, but they talk about, just how well the game is doing. They talk about some things that are coming for the game, and actually coming for the game fast. They actually say, and it could again just be their opinion on things, but they say how like these updates are going to be coming pretty darn fast, whether it's to capitalize off of them or whatever. And they talk about the boss challenge mode, which we made a video on last week. Cannot wait. I think this is actually a perfect game to do a boss rush mode type thing, I guess, for. But then they talk about the photo mode, and that basically they're aware of it. They're aware that people really, really want it, and that they're looking into it. They specifically say being internally considered. And let's just stop there just for a second, okay? I don't actually know why this game doesn't have it right away. I gave this game actually very big props for the New Game Plus thing coming out day one. Most of the time, it seems like, at least, right? With these big AAA games, you get New Game Plus a couple months down the road, let alone the actual date. That's kind of crazy nowadays. So I was already pretty darn impressed that number one, New Game Plus in this game has quite a bit of stuff in it, and I would argue more than a typical New Game Plus, at least an average New Game Plus. And then again, they put it out day one, so they're already ahead of the curve. I would say New Game Plus tends to be, especially more and more modern, it tends to be pushed and not come out day one. Photo mode's maybe 50-50. I mean, oftentimes you will get a photo mode that launches with the game. Obviously, you think of Stellar Blade, and you think of some things you could take some pictures of. Now, what I actually honestly find kind of funny about it is I think people are circumventing it already. Like, it doesn't really matter whether the game has an established mode for it or not. You're seeing loads of pictures online. I even think something as simple as, say, like her outfits, right? And being able to go to the menu screen and cycle through the outfits and then spin her around 360, right? You see loads of videos, you see videos, but you also see just images of her like that. I feel like the game kind of lingers several times on certain things, giving you an opportunity to say, take a quick screenshot, with the PS5, or maybe you pull out your phone and you take a picture. I think it honestly already has opportunities for that. But, again, as I've talked about numerous times, I think the big strength of this game is the combat. I think that's something that people are talking about, number one, right now, and number two, down the line. It's going to be the combat that is the main takeaway with this game. But honestly, anything that gets people into this game, if you see a really high resolution, photo mode type thing, and that's what gets you to buy the game, and then you walk away with maybe an extra thing or two about the game that you're really impressed by, I think that's totally awesome. So I'm rooting for a photo mode. I guess I'm like half shocked that it wasn't already in the game, but again, I do feel like there were moments, and I was trying to like record almost my entire time playing this game. I just felt like it kind of was a streamer type game or like a photo taker type game, because they do linger. Like, there's several instances in like a cutscene where it'll do a interesting shot, or it'll just linger on a character, almost like, hey, if you want to take a picture real fast, here's your chance to do so. And I've done it once or twice, even with like my thumbnails. I've tried to like pick a still almost frame of a cutscene and use that. So I think they've already done a really good job. But that's one thing. Like I said, towards the bottom of it, they mention the performance in a way. Like, it doesn't give actual numbers. They talk about, I guess this is like before the game came out, that it ranked first in pre-orders. I mean, we knew that. And then it said it is ranked in the top 10 in popularity and sales on the PlayStation Store in major global countries, and is boasting an unprecedented success, including becoming the first Korean game to reach number one on the UK's weekly game software sales chart. Now, I still haven't seen anything sales-wise regarding this game. I actually did see a tweet maybe a day or two ago, sometime over the weekend, that seemingly hinted that like this is the week we're going to get something. And I do think it's the UK thing, right? Because I think that just updates faster, or they just have more updates, I guess, than maybe like NPD. So I do think this week we might find out if it did like really well, if it kind of did average or whatever. We should find out, at least in the UK, and maybe just the UK physical charts. But as this month goes, probably by the end of May, I think we'll have a pretty good sense of how this game is doing. And I really hope that they say it too. Like if it reaches 2 or 3 million sales or whatever, I hope they say something, because I think that's just something to kind of celebrate with this game. And then I just wanted to shout out 2 different pictures. I just thought these look like really, really pretty. And one of them is from May 4th. Both of these actually from their own Twitter account. High resolution key art that was a candidate for a package shot. So I wonder if that means like this was maybe going to be a cover art for the game. I love it. And may I just say, that boss, I mean, I don't want to say annoying, very challenging, and kind of just like an appetizer for the bosses right after that boss, because I thought this boss was kind of hard, and then you fight the bosses after and you say, you know what, this boss wasn't that bad. But an amazing image, and would I have taken that as the, again, like the box art for this game? I think I would have. And then we actually got, just today, actually, earlier today, concept art wallpaper from the early days of Eve, and another just really, really stunning shot. I think I've seen a few Twitter posts of like the very first trailer when it was like Project Eve versus, now, and some of the subtle and maybe even some of like the kind of obvious changes, but this one again just being kind of straight from them. Again, beautiful. And this is what I kind of mean. I mean, yes, these are images from them, but does the game need photo mode? I mean, people are doing, and actually if you scroll down their Twitter, you're seeing pictures just like sent from the community. There's actually a lot of good pictures, and not just pictures like, say, of Eve just herself, right, for the looks. There's pictures of a lot of things on their Twitter that look really, really cool. So again, get that photo mode out quick. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.